Hi guys, this is Ken Blumberg with Get Real with Ken Blumberg. As you know, we discuss probate on this channel and how to connect with clients at a much deeper level. So in this call, I have a client tell me that his wife has passed away. Obviously, that is a heavy topic. She committed suicide, and yeah, that's a lot to take in. As someone doing prospecting, sometimes that can make us feel uncomfortable, but the truth is, if somebody opens up to you like that and you're able to embrace what they're telling you, so you can try to offer some guidance or help them out, or maybe just give them some condolences and let them know that you care about them and that you're hoping they're doing okay, that can lead to a good relationship where it's going to be a win-win. You're going to be able to help them sell their probate home, and you're going to make their life much easier because you are going to guide them through much easier than someone who doesn't fully understand the probate process. But anyway, if you want to get some high-level prospecting, watch this video to the end. It's going to be very informative. It's jam-packed with a lot of nuance, the type of things that you're going to want to pick up on if you want to do cold calling at a very high level. So again, watch it to the end. You're going to love this video. And if you want to partner with me, reach out to me. All my information is in the description. We can set up a 15-minute Zoom call to see if we're a good fit to work together. And we can also potentially do one calling session with absolutely no obligation to get you on the road to getting probate clients on repeat. So enjoy the video, watch to the end, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, hello, Garrett?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, hi, Garrett. Yeah, my name is Ken Blumberg. I appreciate you calling me back. Yeah, I was kind of playing detective tonight, Garrett. So yeah, thank you for playing along and taking a couple minutes with me. But Garrett, my understanding is that maybe you had inherited a home here in Las Vegas. I'm wondering if I have that right.
That was my wife's home, yes.
Okay, got it. And so sorry. How are you doing?
I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom went to a nursing home about a year ago. She hasn't passed, but it's been a terrible experience. She doesn't really know who she is anymore. Yeah, it's just it's a tough thing to go through. So I'm glad you're doing okay, and hopefully you're getting some support from family and friends. So when you say though it was her home, were you guys living in the home together, or were you guys like traveling back and forth to be with one another?
Yes.
I see.
We have a home in Utah and a home down there.
Gotcha. Okay. So, well, I guess that was probably pretty enjoyable to be able to travel back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing that with me, Garrett. Have you considered what you're going to do with the home as far as maybe renting it out or keeping it or getting it sold?
The home in Nevada was in her name. The home in Utah was in my name. And so we have to go through probate to get so that we can figure out what we're going to do with the home.
Gotcha. Yeah, which is, as you're probably already realizing, it's a fairly extensive process. Usually it takes about a month and a half to 2 months from the initial filing. And then if you did decide...
It's been over a year now, so I know how it goes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Was there any extenuating circumstances as far as like criminality or something like that?
No, it's the courts keep saying it's COVID. Mm-hmm. It hasn't backed up so bad.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's
it's just one thing after another. So.
Well, yeah, that's a shame. A shame. I mean, considering COVID's been over for more than 2 years, you figure they could hire some more people to not put people through this kind of anguish. Yeah, so sorry to hear that. That's it's just really unforgivable. But you have insurance at the house and lights on and some neighbors watching the property.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I definitely recommend buying some inexpensive cameras off of Amazon. I mean, typically, I help people with probate, and that's one of the services that I do offer is put cameras up. And the other thing is if I do help them sell the property, I always make sure not to put a sign in the front yard and no lockbox on the front door, because those are the type of things that will get the house broken into if it's vacant. So just, be aware, try to have somebody clean up newspapers and flyers and things like that, especially with the election, because I went to another client's house and she had, 20 Kamala Harris and Trump things on her door. And, of course, I cleaned them all off. But
Are you a realtor?
Yeah, yes, I am. Sorry I didn't mention that. Yeah, I'm a investor and a realtor, but I specialize in probate. So I help people get cash advances if they're struggling to make their payments while they're going through the long probate process, or help them with estate planning, either selling items out of the house or donating those items or throwing items away if they're not sellable. In addition to helping them do repairs, carpet paints, landscaping, roofing, whatever needs to be done. I know some people don't want to spend the money on the house, but typically if you do some repairs, you're going to sell for more money, and it's typically worth it. So I can help with that as far as either paying for it or referring really good contractors. Like I said, changing locks or putting cameras up, and then all the way down the line to potentially getting you a cash offer or helping you sell on the resale market, just depending on the condition of the property and what you're looking to accomplish. More often than not, if the home's in relatively good shape, you're much better on the resale market.
Yeah.
But if the home needs, some serious rehab, it's in pretty good condition.
It's in beautiful condition.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Would it be, do you have a probate court date at this time, Garrett?
December 6th is the next one. We had one the middle of last month, and the newspaper hadn't sent the affidavit into the court yet. So they pushed it off.
Okay. All right. Well,
and either me or the kids are down there quite often, so.
Gotcha. Yeah. So maybe are you considering just holding on to it and still using it as a vacation?
No.
Okay. I mean, have you considered selling it or renting it? Is that kind of...
Not renting it. I mean, if I would have rethought things and wouldn't have been going through what I was going through, losing my wife of 35 years, maybe I would have done things differently. But I didn't take losing her very well, so I've been going through my own bullshit. So maybe if I would have known it would have taken this long, I would have thought about renting it out back then. But now it's, I'm not going down that way.
Yeah. Well, and I can imagine after 35 years, there's probably a lot of memories in the house, and
my daughter won't even go back. So.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Did she? Was it like something that was sudden, or were you?
Yes.
Were you able to prepare? Oh, it was sudden.
No. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry. I mean, it was like a car accident or something like that.
No, she killed herself.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's obviously extremely heavy. Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing that with me, though, just so I know what you're dealing with, and hopefully you're getting some support from your family, and maybe even help from a professional. I mean, my dad always tells me go to a psychiatrist. I'm always like, yeah, no, I don't think so. But in that circumstance, maybe it's a good idea. So yeah, sorry, Garrett, for your loss. As far as the house, I mean, would it be helpful maybe if I sent you comparable sales in the community?
Since the court date, when I've had probably 10 realtors reach out, and a couple of them have sent me comparables, so I have a pretty good idea what the house is worth.
Gotcha. Okay. And is it? So, yeah. And was there anybody that you were strongly considering letting them help you?
My attorney down there actually gave the keys to a realtor, but I haven't heard from him for like a month, and I've never heard from him, and so I haven't been really impressed. So I have been talking with another one.
Okay.
But I haven't made any kind of deals with anybody else.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think what happens with the attorney's referrals, they kind of take it for granted that they're going to get the listing, and then they don't take care of you.
The one gal that he's worked with is getting ready to retire, and then she had some unexpected medical issues and had to have surgery or something. So, whatever. I mean, still that doesn't help me. So.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess at least it's not that they're totally neglecting you. I guess, No,
I think they have been now, because he gave him the keys like 3 weeks ago. And still haven't heard from him. And then when I called my attorney, he said that they went out and couldn't get into the house. And I'm like, what do you mean they couldn't get in the house? I think it's bullshit. I think they haven't been out there.
Gotcha. And were they going to go out and maybe take some video or do a Zoom meeting with you to assess what's going on in the property? Well, you probably know. I mean, you've probably been out there, I guess, relatively recently with, you probably understand what furniture and what items are in the property and what maybe needs to get sold or donated.
Yep.
Okay, but they were just going to evaluate, I guess, the upgrades and condition of the property.
Basically go through the house.
Gotcha. The other thing, Garrett, is, obviously take your personal belongings, the things that are going to, have significant memories for you, but, make sure the paperwork, either you destroy it or take it with you or have somebody destroy it for you.
I think we've gotten most everything out of the house that has anything like that on it.
Gotcha. Any sentimental value?
Well, I wouldn't say we've gotten that far, but as far as like any kind of,
valuables or personal information.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, that's smart. Yeah. And again, if she was not out there, I mean, would it be helpful for me to go by the house and maybe we could do a Zoom meeting? I mean, first, of course, I'd like to send you my Zillow reviews if I may. Since you said you hadn't made any firm decisions. I mean, I've been doing I've been doing real estate here for 18 years and probate for the last 4, almost exclusively. So I'm definitely very equipped to go through the probate process and provide any help you need as far as, like I said, contractors or cameras or locks or, and then I also understand the probate process and I can't obviously work magic, but definitely I have, some techniques to make the process go faster when you do find a buyer. Because typically what happens is you find a buyer, then they discover the house is a probate home. Normally, once you have an offer, then you have to submit it back to the attorney. They submit it back to the court, and then the court will give you another date. And at that date, it will go up for a public auction. They'll post it to, media outlets and let people know that the home is for sale. And then there'll be a bidding process where if anybody wants to outbid the current buyer, they can raise their offer by $5,000. And then it's $1,000 increments after that. And in theory, that protects you as the seller to make sure that you have a full price market value offer. Very, very rarely does that happen because, or at least with my listings, I
think most agents will sell it for what they want to get they want to get their money.
Well, what I do is I like to go over the comparable sales with my clients. Either I just send them or we go over them in Zoom. So we can kind of do an apples to apples comparison, what the other what the other properties conditions are, and then get a really good idea of what market value is. But it's definitely becomes a little bit more challenging just to pick the right buyer that is willing to wait. Because, as you know, we're in the Amazon, now economy.
Yeah.
So most buyers
My attorney mentioned that he was trying to eliminate the process of having to go back to the court.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how, but that's what he said to me. So.
Okay, that's good. I mean that they call that letters of special administration, and that just means if there's not a lot of heirs, if you're the only heir or executor, then they can forego that typically.
Yeah.
And that's definitely beneficial. But again, if that is not able to be processed, then it's important to pick the right buyer. And then there's also verbiage to go through the process faster, because what most buyers and agents want to do is wait until the court date happens, the second court date, and then they want to start the transaction at that time because they don't want to spend money on inspections and appraisals if they potentially are going to be outbid for the property.
Yeah.
But over 4 years of doing this, I've figured out a way to expedite that process, which is actually surprising because some of my attorneys actually go like, why are you writing the counter like that? And then once we close 2 weeks after the second hearing, then they're like, oh, okay, now I get it, rather than 30 days later. But like I said, I'm very, very familiar. So if it's okay, I'd like to send you my Zillow reviews, and I guess stay in touch with you, and try to earn your business. I mean, I think one thing you'll definitely notice if you look at my reviews, I'm always on top of everything. I mean, this is it's not a part time. I've been doing it full time for 18, 19 years, and basically my lifeblood is my Zillow reviews. So I'm, the first and foremost thing I'm trying to do is make everybody, extremely happy so I can get another review and, of course, avoid a bad review. Yeah. So is this your cell phone number, Garrett?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so again, the comparable sales, you're all set on that?
I think so. I mean, they said that there's one other comparable in the neighborhood that sold recently, and then there's maybe one that was just a little bit bigger that sold for, $520 or something like that, so.
Okay. And again, I price everything by square foot, and then I make some adjustments if a property has a pool, or if they have a bigger lot, or if maybe their lots on the interior of a community as opposed to an exterior of a community. I have adjustments for things like that. And then it really comes down to upgrades, ceiling fans, countertops, and the condition of the property. And, after a long time of doing this, then I have a very good feel for what market value is. And of course, I always put my clients in charge and say, hey, if you want to test the market and you feel the home is worth more than what I'm recommending, then we'll test the market, and we can always reduce the price if the traffic is not what we want it to be.
Sure.
Yeah, which is typically 3 to 5 buyers a week, showings rather.
Uh-huh.
If you get that kind of traffic, then you're relatively assured that you're going to get an offer. And, more than that, then you might get multiple offers. And if it's less than that, you're, probably going to look at either waiting a while longer or reducing the price.
Sure.
Okay. So is there any questions you have for me, Garrett?
Not really. I mean, yeah, you can go ahead and send those to me. Can you text them to me or email them or what?
Yeah, I'll text you my Zillow reviews.
That'll work.
Okay, yeah, just figure that would be more convenient.
Yeah.
And then do you have a time frame for when you're going to come out to Las Vegas again?
You know what? My son called me and they wanted to come down next week, but depends on how the weather is.
I see. Yeah, it's been cold. I was out last night actually at an outdoor event, and it was freezing.
I mean, if there's snow on the freeway, then we probably won't come down.
Oh, I see.
Because it's way colder here than it is there.
Gotcha.
We live in the mountains just north of Utah, so.
Oh, I see. Okay, well.
We're actually south of Salt Lake, about an hour south of Salt Lake. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it sounds nice, but I guess it's if you're willing to put up with the elements.
Yep. Been here forever, so.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and like I said, at whatever point you want, I mean, I'd be happy to do that Zoom meeting, go through the comparables with you, and kind of make the adjustments and tell you what I see. And I assume there's no additions or anything like that on the property?
No.
Okay.
Nope. In fact, if you look at the Zillow from when my wife and I bought it, when my wife bought it, I should say, it was owned by an older couple, like in their late 80s, early 90s, and the husband passed away. They had like 5 houses around the country, and the woman just wanted to get rid of it. So a lot of that furniture that was in the house, in the pictures from then, is still there. Gotcha. And the house looks the same. I mean, really, maybe restaining the stairs, going upstairs, and other than that, the house is beautiful. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking on Zillow right now. Yeah, I see this wrought iron staircase and really nice chandelier. Yeah. And just the cherry wood stairs going up, or they just need to be restained. But other than that, I don't know too much. I couldn't. There's not a lot in the house that probably I would consider. Yeah, updating. Yeah, I see you got some nice crown molding and a really nice backsplash and countertop. I think we did install ceiling fans in all the bedrooms and the kitchen. All the blinds are automatic, remote control. Oh, really? Okay. That's a nice feature. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a selling point. Yeah. Yeah. Have you done any upgrades like AC or anything like that? Or water heater or any of that stuff? I think it needs a new water heater. Okay. But, I mean, that's probably something we'd have to replace before we sold it, so. Maybe. I mean, I get it probably. The city called me like a couple weeks ago and told me that the neighbor called and said there was water running out the garage door. And I think that would be the water heater. So. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's probably what we need to replace. Okay, yeah. In that case, yes. Yeah, because I was telling another client, she said her son had done a bunch of repairs on the house, like the AC and the water heater and things like that, but the home itself was not really upgraded, and they had all kinds of crazy paint colors and things like that. And she was asking me, would that add value to the house? And of course I said, yes, it would. But the thing with that, it's still hard to get somebody to go view the home. Sure. Like I said, I mean, I didn't want to be cruel or mean, but I was like, if a woman or a man is not attractive physically, even if they're a beautiful, great person, they're still going to have probably harder time attracting a partner Or if the guy repainted all the bedrooms red or yellow or blue or green.
Yeah, and that's the exact situation. They've got like 4 different colors in the house or 5 different colors, and the carpet's in bad condition, and so it's like the upgrades that they did are not immediately noticeable,
Right.
and they have to get somebody to look a little more closely to then see the value with the upgrades that they actually did.
I think the only thing she did when we were down there was a new double oven.
Got it. Yeah, I mean the house looks beautiful. I mean, I guess and not that I'm not even recommending this, but I guess if anything, like maybe some pulls in the kitchen and bathroom, is something I would do when I buy a house to resell it, because that's an inexpensive way to get kind of
what in there?
pulls on the cabinets.
Oh, I didn't even realize they didn't have cabinets. Also.
No, I mean I think maybe you have one on the vanity in the bathroom.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, and again, I'm not even necessarily recommending it because the house looks gorgeous. I mean, it looks like a beautiful home. But when if I do buy a home, then I'm looking for bang for the buck.
Sure.
Something that's kind of eye catching, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's one of the inexpensive ways to kind of catch somebody's eye. But your home looks, like you said, immaculate. So not that I'm even recommending that, but and the backyard looks like it's nice and finished. I'm seeing this beautiful patio that you have there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. They did a pretty good job with the photos because you have a nice shot from the patio, so you obviously had a nice view there.
Yep.
So yeah, okay. Yeah, and again, you said you may come out in a week or 2.
It just depends on how the weather goes and how the kids' schedules are.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I'll send you those. I'll send you those Zillow reviews, and then if it's okay, maybe I'll follow up with you in a week or so and see if you're going to make it out. I'd love to meet you in person if you're up for that and you're ready to do that.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, Garrett. Yeah. So any other questions for right now?
What was your name?
Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you for asking. Yeah, it's Ken Blumberg, and I'm with Real Broker.
Okay.
All right, perfect. And and you'll see all that information on those reviews.
Okay.
All right, Garrett. Hey, thank you.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll see you.
All right. Have a good night. All right. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right. Well, there you have it. I've already spoken to that client. Since then, he reached back out to me to ask me about additional information about what we had talked about already. So again, if you could be open to life circumstances and just try to roll with it and go with the conversation and try to just be as empathetic as you possibly can, it can lead to good things. People in probate are definitely looking for somebody that actually is a caring, giving person, and those are the type of people they're going to want to work with. So hope you got a ton of information out of that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to talk to me about potentially partnering with me, go ahead and reach out to me. We'll set up a 15-minute Zoom call and see if we're a good fit. And we can also set up a call session to help you start leveling up your cold calling ability. But until I hear from you, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, be well.